Statesman Nation. As we're entering week 5 here, we'll sit down with Coach Hafner and preview Evangel and recap the Central Methodist game. So, first off, Coach, nice win against Central Methodist. Defense, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, right. The numbers speak for themselves, and you only give up 69 total yards and -5 passing. I know they were in all sorts of disarray with their offense, but you still have to show up and still have to stop them, and we did that.
Right. Well, I mean, they're still trying to block you. I mean, it wasn't those guys up front. You know,
right.
we knew coming in they were going to be a little limited, but they were a decent football team
right.
up front. And so we knew that they were going to try and run the ball more than normal, probably. Yeah. Clayton and the defensive guys did a really good job of putting in some run blitzes to try and see what they were going to do if they were trying to pass it, and they really didn't.
Yeah.
And
5
so
times total. Yeah.
Right, and because of that, it made our game plan fairly easy.
Yeah.
But they were still trying to block us and still trying to do things, and they scored a touchdown late against us, and so it is what it is. But we're sure glad they played well Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even offensively, the numbers aren't going to show and be all that impressive. But you guys started out just. Well, the first possession was a weird one.
Yeah.
Almost getting stopped, and then I don't know if that was a gamble or if that was Tyler. Like, you know what, that wasn't a great snap. I'm just gonna go for it.
Right.
We'll just leave that to speculation.
No, really, it was he caught the snap okay, and then when he went around the edge to rugby punt it, there was nobody there.
Open. Right.
The only thing that made us nervous was that he ran out of bounds right at the first down marker. Well, he didn't know where the first down marker was because it was on the other side of the field.
Yeah, that's true. So he's just running, he's just open, like, well, I hope I got enough.
Right, and kind of that's how it was. So, it turned out it was a good coachable moment because we still got the first down.
Yeah,
and no one had to get too angry. And
exactly.
then, and then we went on and finished a 9-minute drive. And, and feel really good. We're feeling really good at that point about what's going on.
Yeah, and then rolling on and stuff. Unfortunately, at the end of that drive, Jonathan Thomas goes down with an injury, and he's going to be out for a little bit of time, and unfortunately the injury bug has hit us the last few days and such. But it's the next man up situation. I'm sure there's somebody ready that's excited about their opportunity. So
fortunately for us at the quarterback position, we have some kids that can play the game, and so this week we're going to go with Tyler Wood. He played really well down at Missouri Valley, and Eric's will be his backup. We have, Nick Haddock, who not only has been with us for a couple years, but ran the offense in high school. Right. And so, we feel okay about where we're at. We just need to go play well, and depth-wise, we're getting a little bit thin, but we still have players, good players that we can put out there and feel good about that.
Right. Let's just put a bow on that Central Methodist game. You guys did really well at the start, and we were putting points up, and then it's hard to just continue that.
Just lost focus.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Fortunately, defensively, we were playing well enough that we could overcome that.
Yeah.
Against good football teams, you can't do that, and so I've, for the last 3 weeks, it seems like I've talked about teachable moments, and that's definitely one. You have to stay focused. You have to continue to prod along, and when you hit a lull, you got to figure out a way to get yourself out of it. And again, we weren't very good in the red zone, and we have to be better there, and hopefully, this week we can solve that.
Definitely. Okay. Nice segue into this week. You guys have Evangel. It's I always just make it out to it's the longest trip of the year, which compared to our old conference, it really isn't that big of a deal. It's like a 6-hour trip. So but still, it's a lengthy trip. You're on the road. You always wonder how the team's going to adjust and perform on the road. But Evangel's been a difficult team the first few times we ever played them. They nipped us 2 years ago. Last year, the defense again stepped up and did what they needed to do. What are you seeing from the Crusaders this week?
Defensively, probably every bit as good as the defenses we've played. No question about that. They're experienced on defense. They have a good scheme. Again, a lot like Baker, they're not going to try and trick you. We think that, they feel comfortable with what they do. They're good at what they do. They have players in the positions that they want them in, and so, offensively, they're physical. Yet they know how to get the ball to the edges and things like that, and they have good players. Their quarterback's a really good leader. Up front, they're big. And so, and sometimes that gives us some issues. So, we'll have to go into the game to stop the run, because if we don't, then they'll just keep handing it off and pound it at you. That, and in week 1 against Grandview, that's exactly what they did, and they beat up Grandview pretty good. So, we'll definitely have our hands full. They're well coached. Coach Hippolo's been there for a couple years now and got some of the players he wants, and you can tell they're feeling good about their football team.
Definitely. Again, you guys, not to harp on the injury or whatever, but there's going to be opportunities for people to step up, and hopefully, obviously, they do. I guess, how do you just work through that? I know it's just something, like you said, on camera, it's football, and it just happens.
It does, and we had an unfortunate injury this week with one of our starting corners, and it's not a secret. I mean, it's out there, and so it was pretty gruesome. He's recovering. He's going to be fine, but it's one of those things. Now you have to have someone step in, and fortunately for us, we've been able to recruit some depth in the last couple of years, and we feel good about the players we have playing the game. And so, unlike in the past, depth is one of the things that we feel we do have. And so, football's a tough sport, and it's one of those sports where, as coaches and players, even when you have injuries, you have to go. They're not going to cancel the game.
No,
and so we're looking forward to seeing some of our kids step up and play well, and hopefully we can go down there and those kids can do a good job for us, and we'll come out with a victory.
Right. Finally, beyond what you've already talked about, keys to success this Saturday.
Well,
wow.
I think that us stopping the run on defense is going to be big. I think that they can throw the ball. That's not what I'm not trying to say, well, they're not going to be able to throw it. But I think, taking some of that away from them is going to be big. And then again for us, 2 weeks in a row here, we have to capitalize when we get the ball down to the red zone. We've proven that we can move the ball, but we haven't proven that we can get it in. And so I think that that's important. Again, it's one of those things that we've worked a lot on this week, and tried to design plays that may be a little different when we get down into the red zone. And so it's just a matter of going and executing, and I think those two things will be the biggest keys to the game Saturday.
All right. Well, thanks, Coach, for coming in. Coach Hafner and the guys will be down in Ozark, Missouri. So Springfield is where Evangel is located, but Ozark, Missouri is where their football field's at. So Ozark, Missouri, 1:30 start. Again, if you can't make it, all of the links are on statesmanathletics.com. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Or not tomorrow. 2 days from now, Coach, and get to 3-2. Just keep it going.
Just keep it rolling. And that's what we've told our kids. I think it's important. You win a game, and then you win 2, and then, but you can't win 5 in a row only playing 1 game. So you got to win 1 at a time. And so, we're looking forward to the challenge.
Definitely. All right.
Thank you. You bet.